Hello students, welcome to maths class. Today we will do a new chapter, that is circles, tangents and intersecting chords. Example of circles are bangle, pizza and bicycle wheel. So children, today we will do various terms related to the topic circles, tangents, and also we will do the theorems related to the topic. So first of all, let's have a look on the objectives of today's class. So children, today we will do this one, first objective, that is definition and terms associated with circle, and this one second, there are different theorems related to the topic circle. Today we will do theorem number 1, that is central angle is double from the circumference angle subtends by same arc. So children, first of all we will do all the definitions and terms related to the circle, then we will do its first theorem. So let's have a look on the topic. Children, let's do the definition of the topic circle. What is a circle? A circle is defined as the closed curve. It is a closed curve obtained by joining all points in a plane which are at a constant distance from a fixed point. So children, the fixed point which I have written here is called the center of the circle, and the constant distance which I have written here, the word constant distance, it is called the radius of the circle. So distance will be the radius and fixed point will be the center. See this figure here, I have drawn a circle. This is a circle. This fixed point which I have told you just now, this is the center, and this constant distance which always remain same throughout the construction of the circle, we can draw infinite number of radii. Singular is known as radius and plural is known as radii. So this distance will remain same. So this is the definition of the circle. Children, next term related to the topic is concentric circles. What are concentric circles? Two or more circles are said to be concentric if they have same center and different radii. See this figure here, I have drawn 1, 2, 3, 4 circles. These 4 circles have the same center and their radius is different. So that's why these circles are known as concentric circles. Next term related to the topic is equal circles. What are equal circles? The circles are said to be equal if they have equal radii. If I have drawn 2 circles or more than 2 circles, if they have same radii, then those circles will be known as equal circles. Now come to the third term related to the topic, that is circumscribed circle. What is circumscribed circle? A circle that passes through all the vertices of a polygon is called the circumscribed circle. Here I have drawn a figure. Here I have taken example of rectangle. Rectangle is a 4-sided polygon, and this circle which I have drawn outside the figure, this is passing through. This is passing through all the vertices of this rectangle. So that's why this circle is known as circumscribed circle. Next term is inscribed circle. What is the difference between these two? Before doing the definition, I want to tell you the difference. Circumscribed means circle will be outside. Inscribed circle means circle will be drawn inside. Here we can see from the figure, circle I have drawn inside this polygon. So let's do the definition now. A circle that touches all the sides of a polygon is called the inscribed circle of the polygon. So I hope that now definition is clear to you. Students, next term related to the circle is chord. What is a chord? The line segment joining any 2 points on the circumference of the circle is called a chord. It means the line segment which will touch the circle at 2 points, that will be known as these 2 points. This line will be known as the chord. It is pronounced as chord. C-H-O-R-D is chord. Children, next term is arc and its types. What is an arc? An arc is a part of the circumference of a circle. This is the circumference of the circle, and we can take any part. If I take this much part, this is also an arc. If I take this much part, this is also an arc. Now see, what are the different types of arc? A chord divides the circumference of a circle into 2 parts. Here chord AB is dividing this circle into 2 parts, as we can see from the figure, and each part is called an arc. As I've told you just now, arc APB and arc AQB. Now children, the arc which is less than the semicircle is called the minor arc. This arc APB is less than the semicircle, so that's why this arc is known as minor arc. And the arc which is greater than the semicircle is called the major arc. As we can see, this arc AQB, this is more than the semicircle, so that's why this arc will be known as the major arc. Now we will do the next term. Now children, we will do the next term related to circle, that is a segment. Now what is a segment? A segment is the part of a circle bounded by an arc and a chord. See from the figure, AB is a chord and this is an arc. Now this portion, this one, is major segment because it is more than the semicircle, and this portion which is bounded by this chord and this arc is known as minor segment because it consists of less than the semicircle. So this is the definition of segment. Now next term related to the topic is tangent of the circle. Now what is the tangent of the circle? The line which touches the circle at only 1 point is called the tangent of the circle. Students, next term related to the topic is secant of the circle. Now what is secant of the circle? The line which cuts a circle at 2 points is called the secant of the circle. Here this line will cut the circle and this line will go outside the circle. So this line will be known as secant of the circle. Now I will show you the figures where the difference between chord, tangent and secant will be clear to you. Children, there can be 3 positions of straight line drawn in a circle. First is this one. This is a chord. You can see from the figure here I have drawn 2 chords. First is this one, second is this one. The chord which passes through the center is known as the diameter, and we know that diameter is the double of the radius and it is the longest chord. This is the first position. Now see the second position. Second position is this one. This is the secant because it touch the circle and it is also going outside. So this is known as the secant. Now see the third position. It is touching the circle at 1 point only. So that's why this line is known as the tangent. So these all are the various terms related to the topic. Children, see the theorem number 1. It is the angle which an arc of a circle subtends at the center is double that which it subtends at any point on the circumference. So children, here we have to prove that angle AOB is the central angle. Angle OAB is this one. This is consist of angle 3 and angle 4, and we have to prove that angle AOB is 2 times of the angle ACB of the circumference angle. It means we have to prove that the central angle is double from the circumference angle. See the proof. In triangle AOC, AOC is a triangle, OA and OC both are the radius, so these both will be equal. So this one, AO and OC both will be equal. So this triangle will be an isosceles triangle, and we know that the property of isosceles triangle, that its base angle, or we can say angle opposite to equal side, is equal. It means angle 1 is equals to angle 2. Let these both angles be x. Now angle 3, because this is the exterior angle of the triangle AOC, it will be equals to angle 1 plus angle 2. So it means angle 3 will be 2x. Now same way, see in the second triangle, that is triangle POC. Here also same relation, these both are the radius, so same isosceles triangle, and angle opposite to equal sides will be equal. So let these angles, angle 5 equals to angle 6. Now children, see this angle, angle 4, again the exterior angle, so angle 4 will be equals to angle 5 plus angle 6. It means angle 4 will be equals to 2y. Now add these both angles, that is angle 3 and angle 4, will get 2 times x plus y. What is x plus y? This angle, angle ACB. So therefore angle 3 plus angle 4 will become this angle, angle AOB. So therefore angle AOB is equals to 2 times of the angle ACB. Now children, we will do one question related to this theorem. Students, before starting with the question related to the theorem which we have discussed just now, I want to give you some hint which will make the concept of central angle and angle at the circumference more clear to you. Now see, in this figure, this is an arc AB, and from AB arc, which angle is made? That is angle AOB, and from same arc we are having an angle ACB. Angle ACB. So there are two angles with the same arc. This angle O is made at the center, and this angle C is made on the circumference. So children, this angle, central angle, will be double from this circumference angle, or we can say that circumference angle is half of the central angle drawn with the same arc AB. AB is the arc by which angle O is made, and similarly angle C is also made. See another figure here, arc AB. See arc AB. Arc AB is an arc by arc AB. Which angle is made? Same angle AOB at center. O is the center, and by same arc there is this angle, angle ACB. Angle ACB is the circumference angle, and this is the central angle. Now as we have done just now, that the circumference angle will be half of the central angle. It means angle ACB will be 35, which is the half of 70 degree. There is one more hint, arc AB. So AB will come in, and central is the angle, that is angle O and angle C. Similarly in this figure, AB is the arc and O is the angle. Similarly here, C is the angle made by the arc AB. So now we will do the application of this theorem. Children, see the first question. Statement is, in the following figure, C be the center of the circle. This C, this is the center of the circle, and angle ACB, this angle ACB is equals to 170 degree. Then find the value of angle AQB and angle APB. APB is this one, AQB is this one. So children, let's start with the solution. Solution is, in the given figure, angle 1 is equals to 170 degree. As just now we have done the theorem that central angle is twice the angle of the circumference. So it means angle 1 is 2 times of the angle 2. It means 170 is 2 times of angle 2. We have to find angle 2, that is angle AQB. This one angle. Now this 2 will be shifted towards this side. This will be divided. So angle 2 is equals to 85 degree. So this is the answer of the first part. Now we have to find angle APB. It means we have to find angle 3. Now children, angle 1 plus angle 4. These both angles are whole angles. So their sum will be 360 degree. From here we can find angle 4 by shifting. So angle 4 is 190 degree. This angle is 190 degree. Same way, see the face. Its face is down. So down angle will be half of it. So what will be angle 3? Half of 190 degree. It is 95 degree. So first part answer is 85 degree and second part answer is 95 degree. So children, today we have done different terms related to the topic, one theorem and the application of that theorem. And now you will be able to solve all the sums that has been sent to you in SNAP homework. Thank you and have a nice day.